so in the name of his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Christ. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out here week in, week out, to spit the truth of the Bible, to tell you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that you are the chosen people of the Bible. And y'all, it's about time for us to wake up. As we move closer and closer into this Folly Day season, you see what I'm saying? Blacks and Hispanics are in the most not joyous time of the year. This is the worst time of year for blacks and Hispanics, especially starting after Thanksgiving, right? Because you know what I mean. Our people still sleep out here. You know what I'm saying? So they going to Black Friday, right? They catching deals on TV, like those TVs wasn't there the day before. See what I'm saying? They got all these Christmas lights. But this is the worst time for blacks and Hispanics for this time of year because the oppression of our people increases. You see what I'm saying? The murder rate goes up, robberies goes up, kidnappings go up. Why? Because of this Folly Day season, right?
Yep.
After Black Friday, immediately after Black Friday, our people start robbing and shooting each other because of these deals on these electronics, these shoes and stuff. Like they wasn't there the day before, and like they wasn't gonna be there the day after. But now everybody's robbing because of what's coming up, Christmas, right? So-called Christmas that we have no business celebrating. You see what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna let him go buy it, right? But then I'm gonna go around the corner and rob his ass for it. That's what I'm gonna do. You see what I'm saying? That's why this is the worst time for blacks and Hispanics. You see what I'm saying? We out here not paying our rent, paying our bills. Some of us stopped paying our bills in October. You know what I mean? We stopped paying our bills in October. Why? Because we're getting ready for Thanksgiving and most importantly, getting ready for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And then what's gonna happen on the first of the so-called New Year? Now everybody's rent is late. You can't pay it. Now you're in debt for the next 6 to 8 months, trying to figure out how you're gonna survive, right? Give me Isaiah 29. I think start at verse 6. Start at verse 6. And that's stem from us being asleep still. You see what I'm saying? Why are we still asleep? The Most High caused that sleep to come upon us. Go ahead and read that.
This your pen? You mean?
Go ahead and read that when you got it.
This is the book of Isaiah,
13.
chapter 29, verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise.
And great noise, read.
With storm and tempest.
Is that the right one? What did I tell you?
This is 29 and 6. This the one you wanted?
Hold on. Nah, that's not the one I wanted. Nah, Salakia. Hold on. Which one did I want? Oh, 9. Salakia, 29, 9 and 10.
29 and verse 10?
9 and start at verse 9 and read the verse 10. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 9. Stay yourselves and wonder. Cry out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine.
Our people are out here drunk, but not with wine. What are we drunk off of? The wine of America. We're drunk off of the philosophies of America. This is the holiday season, the most wonderful time of the year. But for who? It ain't the most wonderful time of the year for blacks and Hispanics. We still got our children missing. You see what I'm saying? We're still getting put out on the streets from wicked landlords. We still getting shot by racist cops.
That's right.
So who is it joyful for? Go ahead.
For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
The spirit of what?
Deep sleep.
The Most High put that spirit of deep sleep on us. That's why we don't know what our nationality is. That's why we don't know where we came from, what language we speak. Read that again. The Most High did what?
Poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
The spirit of deep sleep. So why are we out here? We're out here to wake our people up, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Tell you to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, which is your nationality. Tell you are the people of this book right here that you go to churches and swear upon. You are the people of this book, and we're out here to tell you to wake up. Read that in Romans. You got it? Romans 13.
Just 13.
No, Romans 13 and I want to say 11. 11 right there.
Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. In that knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep.
Now it's time to do what?
Awake out of sleep.
Now it's time to wake out of sleep. You see what I'm saying? It's 2019, about to be 2020. We still talking about we celebrating Christmas. We still talking about Christmas is the Lord's birthday. Where in the Bible can you find Christmas or the Lord's birthday? Where does it say that who the world calls Christ was born on December 25th? Where can you find in the Bible where it says you're supposed to give gifts on December 25th? You can't find that. Read that again from the top. Romans 13 and 11.
Romans chapter 13 and 11. In that knowing the time, that now is high time.
Now it is high time.
To awake out of sleep.
It's 2019. Now it is high time to wake up out of sleep. We're in the age of information.
Now
everybody got smartphones. You see what I'm saying? Use those smartphones to be smart and find out what Christmas is really about. You see what I'm saying? Christmas is a satanic holiday that stems back to the Greco-Romans, and if you want to go even further than that, it stems back to Nimrod. It has nothing to do with Christ. You see what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with the season for giving. It's idol worship. And the Most High God told us not to do it. He told you blacks and Hispanics, don't be out here celebrating Christmas. Get that in Jeremiah 10. You know what I'm going to do. Go ahead and finish that out.
3.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Now our salvation is nearer than we believe. Now it's time to repent and come back to these laws, statutes, commandments. Come back to your God. Stop celebrating these folly days that you're not supposed to be celebrating. See what I'm saying? This is not the most wonderful time of year for blacks and Hispanics. This is the worst time of year for blacks and Hispanics because in the next, black and Hispanic is rape, robbed, and murder every 13 minutes. This part of the year. You see what I'm saying? Crime rate goes up amongst our community.
And I was reading on an article out there saying colored men are most likely to get shot down by police than Caucasians. And it's been like it's been like universities, they've came up with the ratio. It's been known in the ratios.
Damn right. 5 times more likely than any other nationality on the earth. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because a white man is scared. I'm feared for my life. But he has the gun.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You got the damn gun. This man ain't got nothing. But you in fear of your life.
Hey, if blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans was in fear of our life, nobody else would live on the earth.
Yeah, damn right. Nobody would. You know what I mean? You got Jeremiah 10? Who got it?
I got it.
Or somebody got it. Jeremiah 10, start at verse 2.
Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
The Most High said, don't learn the way of these heathens, man. Don't learn Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving has nothing to do with you. If you celebrated Thanksgiving, you celebrated the slaughter of 77 million Native Americans. And plus, that number is actually still growing. You see what I'm saying? They don't even know what the real number was. You see what I'm saying? That's what you celebrated. Oh, it's about family, though. You see what I'm saying? Thanksgiving has nothing to do with family.
That's Jake's biggest.
You know what it is? It's called what's your boy, Chris Angel, Mind Freak.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what blacks and Hispanics have done. Especially if you in Mexico. You in Mexico talking about Happy Thanksgiving? Are you serious? You know what I mean?
Native Americans talking about
You know what I'm saying? You Native American talking about I'm about to go eat some turkey. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't have turkey no other day of the year. It's gotta be on this day.
Gotta be on that
You see
day.
what I'm saying? But blacks and Hispanics have tricked themselves to think, oh well, it's about family coming together. Nigga, you had a barbecue. What you talking about? You had a barbecue 2 months ago. Who was there? Friends and family. You know what I'm saying? Christmas. They say Christmas is the Most High's birthday, but you can't find that nowhere. It's not biblical.
God!
And who came up with that? Christians did.
I have a precept.
Say what? Go ahead. What's the precept?
This is the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21.
Hold on to that. Go ahead. Finish that. Hold on.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven,
Read.
for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain.
What are the customs of the people?
Are vain.
What is Christmas?
Vain.
What is Thanksgiving?
Vain.
What is Easter?
Vain.
Read.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe.
One cut of a tree out of the forest. What is that tree? That's a Christmas tree. What is that symbolic of? Nimrod.
Yep, Nimrod.
You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
They deck it with silver and with gold.
They deck it with what?
Silver and with gold.
How that song go? Deck the halls, right? They deck it with what?
Silver and gold.
Go ahead, read.
They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not.
That's that little that
Tree stand.
That tree stand, right? That red and green one.
Yeah, we just walked
And
past one on our way.
you know, you put the white little skirt around it and make it look like snow.
My mom got that.
You see what I'm saying?
Man,
You see what I'm saying? That's what that is right there. And the Bible is clearly telling you not to do it. Go ahead.
they are upright as the palm tree, but speak not.
They don't speak, really.
They must needs be born, because they cannot go.
Meaning, it has no power. You have to give it power. Go ahead.
Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, nor also is it in them to do good.
Don't let it tear your conscience up because it can't do anything. You know what I mean?
People try to speak to it.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? And what's the biggest thing amongst our people? Well, I don't celebrate it, but I'm doing it for the kids. Well, what about the kids? You see what I'm saying? And then not only that, when they turn a certain age, about 12, 13, oh, now Santa ain't real. You know what I mean? So you just lied to this kid your whole life. And what does that make you a hypocrite? Why does it make you a hypocrite? Because you've been lying to your kids the whole time, but then you're gonna tell your kids don't lie. You know what I mean?
Because a lock it. You know how Jake and Ed, they always say, I never do what my family did. I'm gonna treat my kids different. But guess what you're doing? Still celebrating Christmas.
You do the exact same thing. Celebrating Christmas.
But you want to be different.
Slunky, it's also some folks talk about they pro-black. They pro-black, black power this, black power that, but they still celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas.
You see what I'm saying?
Worse, they still celebrate 4th of July.
4th of July. You know what I mean?
Nigga, you was a slave.
Memorial Day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You celebrate Memorial Day when they ain't got nothing to do with us. They bombed Pearl Harbor. they bombed America. They ain't bombed niggas. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with you. But we celebrate these things. We'll tell you black power, black power. Oh, that's a white man's book. Put that white man's book down, but then go celebrate Christmas.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Put that white man's book down, but then we gonna celebrate the white man's holidays,
That's
right?
ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. Go ahead. You still holding it? You had something? Oh, you had that.
Yeah,
This over with.
Read it again from the top.
Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 2.
What's up, bro?
Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Don't learn the ways of the heathens. Read.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Read.
For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the works of the hands of the workmen with the axe.
Read.
They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not.
What does that sound like right there? Everything we just read, what is it?
It's sometimes it's hard. You can't just grab the Bible. You gotta sometimes sit down and read it too. Like, because it was kind of hard for me to understand all of it.
Right.
I'm present, and you know, sometimes what do parables mean? Maybe that's how.
Well, what it is, it's a story. It's a story that it's a fake story to tell a real situation. If I'm explaining that right, you see what I'm saying? That explains a real situation. It's kind of like speaking in code, kind of
like a riddle.
You know what I mean? Like a riddle, but it's not a riddle. That's why it's always likened unto something.
It's basically a metaphor.
Yeah,
right?
Pretty much.
So, like, there's a lot of little small children books to make up little stories. Like, for example, you got Teletubbies. You got what else? What else they got?
The rabbit and the hare.
The rabbit and the hare. The turtle and the hare. Right. The turtle is slow, but
it's the rabbit in the hair.
He just said rabbit and rabbit. It's like, so the turtle's slow, and the turtle, he's not as fast as a rabbit, but the rabbit knew. But the rabbit was prideful. Right. He was boasting. He said, "I'm faster than that turtle. I'm gonna take a nap, and that turtle still won't beat me. And a rabbit, he went to sleep and underestimated the turtle, and he won. Right? So that's a parable.
That's a parable.
That's a
parable. It's a lesson.
It's a lesson.
So
It's a story to explain the lesson.
explain a theme.
Yeah. That's
Now,
all. That's all.
some parables are literal, but they're
Some
used
of
to
them
give they're used to show an example of what happens.
Example of what happens.
Like the one with the father, and when his son had left.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Where it talks about all the angels in heaven.
But it's still the same thing though.
Yeah, it's still the same thing.
Still the same thing.
The same with what you was saying
Yeah,
about the
still a
tortoise.
metaphor, yeah.
The same thing you were saying about the tortoise and the hare. It's a
Right.
fake story to explain real situations.
Explain a real
You know what I mean?
situation.
So that's what a parable is.
So you explain a real situation.
It's not for everybody. Matter of fact, give me that in Matthew when they asked him why he speaking parables.
Oh yeah, the apostles were mad.
Yeah.
They were mad.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it was like, Lord. Yeah, it was like, Lord, why you keep speaking in parables?
Yeah.
How long you all been doing this, coming to the spot and preaching?
These brothers grew up in it. How long you been reading? I ain't grew up. I'm saying them too. I said, how long you been reading? How long you been trying to study? Yeah.
I might as well say, yeah, I was born.
So what was
When I
you?
got baptized when I was a kid.
What would you consider yourself?
Where I went?
Consider yourself? What, like you're a Christian?
When I was here last time, y'all probably remember my face and everything.
Probably, I think so.
I was kind of rough on the edge. I had God, but I had let go of, I don't like to say that, but I had God. I came back.
So, okay, all right.
All praise
Do
to the Most High.
So you believe in God, right?
Yeah.
A lot of Christians say, huh? Jehovah?
Yeah.
Well, that's an English transliteration of it. The Bible was written in Hebrew and then later translated into Greek, so it's all that transliteration.
Yeah, his actual name's Yahweh.
But a lot of Christians will tell you, that the laws are done away with. We ain't got to keep none of the laws. But the Bible says something contrary. First and foremost, what we got to find out is who this Bible is for. You see what I'm saying? Is this Bible for everybody? Does God love everybody? These are questions that we need to find out and understand. And all those answers is right there in this book. Who's God's chosen people? Does he have a chosen people? You know what I mean? Does he love everybody? What do you think?
Here go that Matthew though.
Well, real quick.
Does God or Jesus?
Well, we're talking about the Father, right?
Oh, okay.
The Father.
I ain't too sure on that one. I ain't too sure.
Well, this is about that parables you was asking about. Read.
Matthew chapter 13 and verse 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables?
So he's asking the disciples of Christ, right? They're asking them, like, man, why are you talking to them in parables? Go ahead.
He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
So you're supposed to, just like with me and you having this this conversation, you're supposed to know this. You're supposed to know these situations. It's not for them. And truth be told, it's not for everybody of your stock either.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Go ahead. Was that it?
But to them it is not given.
So for them, all these other nations, it's not given. But you're supposed to know this. You see what I'm saying? That's why we're asking you these questions. Who is this Bible for?
And to tell y'all the truth, y'all, I had got hit by a car though.
Okay.
And after that, I can't even read the Bible. I can't read at all anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I really
Well, you know,
can't.
they got audio books.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You should definitely read it because, you know what I'm saying?
But I can write and stuff still, I can write, but I can't read.
Okay, well, I mean that.
And I write books and stuff too.
You write books and stuff? Okay, good. Okay, I mean, I honestly don't understand how that works, that you can write and not read.
I can't read, but I can write. I can't, that's hard. I can't read.
Yeah. Okay. You get some kind of disability for that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, brother, you say you're a Christian, and you don't know that if God loves everybody. But we're going to tell you who he does love. Deuteronomy 7. And then you can get Romans 9. start around. Deuteronomy 76. Then watch this too. Hold that and get Deuteronomy 27. And get 76. Get Deuteronomy 27.
28.
No, 27. Read what you got first. 76.
All right.
Because they say, the Christian church. You grew up in the church?
I had went to one and it went on after that.
So why do you consider yourself a Christian? Why do you say you're a Christian? What is a Christian?
What is a Christian? I try to stick to the commandments.
You try to stick to the commandments?
Yeah, I try to stick to the commandments. I keep Christ first. Try to stay away from sin and stuff like that.
Well, what is sin?
It's in the commandments.
Transgression of the law, right?
Yeah.
So what laws do you try to keep? And I'm not here to thrash you. I'm trying to get an idea. You try to keep them all. How many laws are there?
10.
There's 613 laws.
613?
613 laws.
Man, how you gonna remember all that?
Very simple. And a lot of Christians repeat this too. All the law hang on these two. Fear the Lord thy God with all their heart and all their soul, and love thy brother as thyself, right? Mm-hmm. You've heard that before, haven't you? Well, those two are it's the whole law. That's 613.
Okay,
but Christ was being funny when he said that. You see what I'm saying? Because loving your brother as you love, fearing God with all your mind, heart, body, and soul, right? That's all of the law. That's all of 613. But loving your brother as you love yourself is what? The other 90% of the law. Outside of doing the ceremonies and the sacrifices and so forth. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why he said that. So there's 613 laws. For example, get that Leviticus 21. Get Leviticus 21 about the beard.
Yeah, see, I got knowledge on this thing, man. Yeah, I love it. This ain't forever, y'all.
No, this captivity that we're in right now is not forever. No, of course not. No, it's not. And you see how they're walking around all free? Woo, go dogs! Yeah, buddy, brother. You know what I'm saying? So the white man doing that? That ain't forever either.
They just
you see what I'm saying?
They just drunk.
Yeah, brother, about the beard, man.
What's the beard?
Thou shalt not round the corner of thy beard. Is it? Or it might be 19. Select.
Yeah, I think it's 19.
Yeah, select.
1921, 1918.
Yeah, 19.
Yeah, like
shall not
study
speak.
all the time.
That's what we do. Y'all shall not curse.
Timothy 2:15 says study to show yourself.
Here's someone. Come on, man.
Try 18. Do 18, 18.
Yeah, it might be. You know what? I think you're right. 18.
So is Jesus the answer, really?
What's your nationality? And I can help you out.
I'm German.
You're German? Jesus
but
is
I'm
not the answer
American,
for you.
but I'm German.
Okay, well, Jesus is not the answer for you.
Oh, no, he's not.
No, he's not. I'm sorry to tell you that. He's only for certain people. God does not love everybody.
Okay.
God has a favorite people, and he has people that he hates.
Yep, he does. He does. Who does he hate?
Well, that's a very good question. According to the Bible, he hates the nation of Edom. You ever heard that? The nation of Edom? You know who they are today?
No, I don't.
Well, let's find out. Get that Genesis 25. Let's find out who the Edomites are today.
25 or 26.
We ain't forget about you, brother. We ain't forget about you. Let's find out. Genesis 25. You know where it's at? All right, go ahead. Let's find. Hold on. You asked a very good question. Who is Edom, and how can we identify him? Let's read it.
Do I have any hope?
We'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry about it.
25.
Yeah, 25. Read it.
It's Leviticus 19 and
This is the book of Genesis.
I told you, look
chapter
at
25, verse 25. And the first came out red.
You know the story of Isaac and Rebekah, right?
All right.
She had twins, right?
Right.
She had twins.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And this is describing those twins that came
one
out.
grabbed the foot of the other.
Yeah, but
All right,
this is very important. This is very important.
All right.
Read.
All over like a hairy
Start
garment.
from the top. The first, see, he knows about the right? Read, start from the top. Real quick. No.
I just
25.
want to know I
Start
have
from the
some
top.
hope, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're living hope right now. But don't worry about it. We're going to tell you. We're going to explain it to you. Go ahead.
Verse 25.
Uh-huh.
And the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment.
Uh-huh.
And they called his name Esau.
So that's Esau. The first
Esau,
came out red
yep.
like a hairy garment. Now watch
Right.
this. Watch this. Read.
And after that came his brother out,
Uh-huh.
Yep.
and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
Okay, that's it on that. Now why did it describe the first brother, it didn't describe the second one?
I don't know.
Because the first one that came out red, he came out red because his blood, you could see through his skin, right? What does that mean? You don't have any pigmentation. You lack melanin.
No, actually, what it means is that he had red hair.
Really?
It
Is that what
explains
it
that
said?
in the
Read it.
Bible,
Oh, wait.
actually.
Listen. Watch this.
All right.
Read it one more time.
Verse 25. And the first
Uh-huh.
came out red,
He came out, the first came out red,
Red,
right?
all over like a hairy
The
garment.
first came out red all over
Like a
like
hairy.
a hairy garment.
Okay.
Like a hairy garment. He didn't
All
say
right.
he was red and hairy. He said he came out red like a hairy garment. And it
Right.
says he
All
came
right.
out red like a hairy garment
All right.
because
so,
it's describing
so
the color red.
Okay.
It's
Fair
describing
enough.
the color red that he came out.
Right. Right. So,
So-
he either came out red hairy or he
Nope.
came out red non-hairy.
Nope, he came out red.
Right.
He came
Hairy.
out red, like a hairy garment. If I say he came out black like his shirt, is he black in his shirt? Is he coming out
Well, if
with
he
his shirt
comes
on?
out black like a hairy shirt, then I would say, you know what? He came out black like a hairy shirt, man. I don't know, man.
No. It's describing.
So,
it's describing the color red he came out. So
Okay,
he came out
so,
blood red.
so let's
but he
say
had no
this guy
melanin.
came out red.
Okay.
All right. So what's my hope?
What's your hope?
Yeah.
Romans 9.
Romans chapter 9.
All right. Here we go. Romans. I love
Who
Romans.
got second Ezra 6?
This is Esau. All right.
Because he wants to actually start at where you at? Where's Romans?
You don't want to give him like Isaiah 13.
Not yet. Nope, not that far up.
No, I'm just.
Don't worry, we got you.
All right.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. I was looking for something else, but you can start right there.
Romans chapter 9 and verse 8. Verse 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham
Now both of them
are they all children, but in
Okay, yeah.
Isaac shall the seed be called.
Okay, all right. Read.
That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of
I
God.
didn't mean to go that far down. But go ahead.
So-
read it. Don't worry, we're getting
But
we're
the
getting to
children
you.
of the promise are counted for the seed. For this is the word of the promise. At the time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son.
All right, skip down to
See,
And it
everything is in context.
And it was said
what
unto her.
So what context is this?
All right. The
What's
context
it saying?
is
Hold on.
here's
What's it
the
saying?
context. The context is that God loves us all equally.
Where does that say that at? Where can I find that at? Give me
Oh,
Deuteronomy 76.
okay.
Wait, because it doesn't say that there. Matter of fact, go ahead and read that in verse 13.
But this says right
no,
here,
read
All
verse
right,
13.
all
Just
9
read
and
it.
verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved,
Uh-huh.
but Esau have I hated.
But Esau have I loved too.
No.
But Esau have
it
I
doesn't-
hated.
No,
Yeah.
but everybody do I
Esau.
love.
No.
But Esau
no,
have
no,
I hated.
No.
So what is that saying?
Exactly.
What does it say?
So what it is saying is that there is a differentiation between the Old Testament and the New Testament. When the New Testament came into being,
Mm-hmm.
there was a new law that was given.
Okay.
It's in
Where
Romans.
can we find that?
It's in Romans.
Matter of fact, you remember that
What's that,
Deuteronomy
John?
23 and 7? I told 27 and 3. Grab that real quick.
What's that, John 5 and 46 or something like that?
No.
If you don't believe in Moses,
Oh, the law of Moses. Yeah.
Okay.
Hit that.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 27 and I want to say verse 3. Let me. Verse 4. Verse 4. Yeah, let me
So
see. Verse
how
4.
did the apostles go to the Greeks?
They didn't go to the Greeks.
Actually, they did. The whole New Testament's written in Greek.
The Bible was written in Hebrew, but we reading it in English.
The Torah was written in Hebrew. The New Testament was written in Greek.
The Torah was written in Hebrew, but also there's versions of the Bible, like the Masoretic Bible, which has Old and New Testament.
The oldest New Testament's written in Greek.
I'm sorry, it was 9.
Corinthians, Corinth is in Greece.
Corinth is in Greece.
Yeah.
So how did Paul go to the Corinthians and go to the Galatians and go to these people?
It's real simple. Get James 1:1.
But they weren't saved.
I'm about to. What is salvation?
Salvation is trust and love in Jesus Christ as your personal love.
Where's
Savior.
that in there?
It is in John 1:1.
No,
it's in John.
no.
Yeah,
No,
actually.
What does it say?
It says that
John
in the
1 and
beginning
1.
was the Word was with God, and the Word was God.
Is that
And
salvation?
the Word was become flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld His glory,
Jeremiah
the
3:2.
glory of the only
I
begotten
know, I
Son.
got you all over the place right now. I'm trying to get them to stick one spot.
No,
James 1:1.
no.
James.
Hold on, because he asked why was he in Corinth? Why was he in Galatia? Why was he in Ephesus? Read.
And
This is
preaching
why.
and teaching.
This is why. Go ahead.
James, a servant of God and the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes which he scattered abroad.
The 12 tribes was what?
Scattered
Scattered
abroad.
abroad.
The 12
Right.
tribes which he
Right.
scattered abroad. Is that everybody?
No.
Now get
It is the
get
tribe
Romans 9
of Israel.
starts
So let's figure out what happened to the tribe of Israel.
we already know what happened to the tribe of Israel.
They were scattered
What
abroad.
They went into captivity under the Greeks and the Romans.
Right, exactly.
That's why they're everywhere. That's why
Right.
they were speaking Greek. That's why
So when he's talking to the Greek ladies,
the Greek ladies.
And-
What Greek ladies? You talking about the Syrophoenician? No. Don't. What are you talking about? The Syrophoenician? And,
I'm talking about the people who he's talking to in Galatians, and he's talking to in the Corinthians.
you know what I'm.
He's talking to Greeks.
We're about to find out. Get Romans 9.
How about we begin at the beginning?
You want to go to Genesis?
No, I want to go to the beginning of Galatians, or the beginning of.
You ain't got nothing. I should have brought my suit.
What you need?
Man, I ain't trying to argue with you guys. I'm just saying, man. Believe it or not, we all have a chance at this, man.
Yeah.
9 and verse 1.
Start at verse 1.
All right.
This is why he was in Rome. Now,
All right, so he's in
wait.
Rome.
He's in Rome,
And remember, he's
but
in prison.
he's in Rome, but he's
He's
talking
in
to
prison.
Greeks.
He's
in
in
Rome
prison.
talking to Greeks.
And he's,
That's your first clue. Read.
right.
Romans
All right.
chapter 9 and verse 1. I say the truth in Christ. I lie
lie
not.
not.
Read.
My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Ghost.
Okay.
That I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ. For my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
Hold on. His what?
My kinsmen,
My
according
Wait,
to
hold
the
on.
flesh.
His
Right.
brethren and kindred according
Right.
to the flesh. What does that
So
mean?
the
What does that
Israelites
mean?
have turned away from God.
What does that mean?
The Israelites have turned away
Go ahead.
from
Who are
God.
Who are Israelites?
Who are everybody?
To whom pertaineth the adoption
Israelites?
No,
and
who
the
is
glory
that?
and the covenant and giving the
You
law.
want to know
Holy
why he was
shit,
there?
Man, they're
Why he was
talking
there?
to you, man.
All right. So you asked why was he there? I just told you.
His
Bible just told you.
kinsmen turned him away.
His kid. Why does he talk
There
to
was
his
a whole
kinsmen? Why is
persecution
he
going
talking
on
to his
during this
kinsmen right there?
time.
Why is he talking to his kinsmen? They turned him away, but he's talking to them. Why is that?
Can we go home?
Why is that?
Please, thank you.
Yeah, you can go home.
Why is that?
I've been waiting to sign for you for 20 fucking minutes. Let's go home.
Let's get back to the brother. So anyway, like we was talking about,
I love you guys.
We'll try
I
to.
wish you the best.
We'll try to probably.